Hello and welcome to myfinancesteacher.org. Today, let's talk about Bitcoin. Before we continue, let me remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't and click that bell notification. Thanks a lot. So, near the end of October, on 25th and on 26th of October, just in these 2 days, Bitcoin jumped from 7.5 all the way up to nearly 10.5. So that much of a jump tells me that the cycle that we were in before that has clearly finished. And this previous cycle was actually pretty long. It was unusually long. It lasted for around 3 months. These usually last for a couple of months. And that is from a history of a few years already. Looking at 2019, though, we still have an average cycle length of 2 months. Since the middle of December until the second half of October, we have 5 cycles. So sometimes these cycles are shorter than 2 months, sometimes they stretch for up to 3 months, but 2 months duration for a cycle is the average. Within this new cycle, Bitcoin only took 1 to 3 days of explosive rally to poke through that 50-day moving average, the blue line. And usually each of these cycle tops ends up above that 50-day moving average, even in the very midst of the bear market in 2019. Now moving into forecasts, this cycle is still young. It's only less than 2 weeks old. That tells me that there is still potential for higher prices within this same cycle. Although there are cases when the price has topped and the advancing phase of these 2 months Bitcoin cycles has finished within only 9 days over here in the previous relatively stretched cycle. Even then, I think it's very unlikely that a 2-month cycle tops in 3 days only, giving us another full 2 months of downward momentum. So again, because the cycle is still young, I think there is a potential for higher prices over the next couple of weeks. Secondly, looking at the technicals, ignoring some of these long wicks, I think one can see a bull flag forming, which of course is a bullish development, but at the moment I don't have any long positions in my trading portfolio. As I mentioned in a previous video on Bitcoin, we got into some long positions in October, and I exited at about 9,800. Back to the forecast, although I'm sort of bullish for the next short term of a few weeks, I don't want to catch a falling knife, and let me tell you, I've done that a lot of times. So I will only enter long positions if Bitcoin breaks above this upper range of the flag. And if that happens over the next couple of days, that means Bitcoin probably has to break above 9250, something like that. And depending on the candles over the next couple of days, we will also be able to figure out what's our stop loss so we manage our risks. And the reward, the technical targets for bull flags like that is the height of this pole. Again, ignoring that top of the week, from 7.5, let's say, up to just under 10, that's just under $2,500. And over the next couple of days, if Bitcoin breaks above this flag at 9250, let's add under $2,500. That would give us about 11.5. That, of course, would be really nice. That would be over 20% gain. But again, I'm still waiting. I want to see a breakout because otherwise, if Bitcoin breaks below the lower range of this flag, then the whole pattern is invalidated and we'll have to start looking for other entry points. So patience is a virtue for now. Have a nice day and good luck in your trades.